Hi guys, it's your boy, the Supreme Leader. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also click the bell button after subscription. And yes, don't just watch my videos, guys. Make sure you give it a thumb up each time you watch them. If only you like them. All right, so I had a lot of questions, okay? A whole lot of questions from most of my viewers asking me, is Brazil safe? Is Brazil really a poor country? So, like I said, I will try my best to come online in the night. Most of the time, most of the times, I'm very tired in the night. So, thinking of coming online becomes very difficult. But today, I decided to come online because I'm not close to the family today. Um, all right, let's talk a little bit about lifestyle here in Brazil, and if you want to settle down here in Brazil, how is it like? Is it a very good idea? Is Brazil a poor country? Okay, let me change my camera. Okay, I think the camera is back. I'm using a wireless webcam. Hi, Moses. Yes. Let me know if you can hear me because I'm using a Bluetooth microphone. So let me uh, let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, yeah. All right. So a whole lot of questions. Yes, I can also invite you to come on if you want to come on and be part of the conversation. I can send a link so that you can join the conversation too as well. Let me copy a link. Yes, Mike C. I'm doing great, Mike C. I hope you're also doing fantastic too as well. Yes, so I'm online today so that we can chat. If you want to be part of the conversation, this is the link below. Click the link and then join us for a conversation. All right, so the question is Brazil a poor country? Because I do get a lot of question like that, especially from people who really want to come and then settle here and also start their lives. I do get a lot of this question. Is Brazil a poor country? Why? Because they see a lot of videos online of the favelas and stuff like that. Of course, every country you go or every country you visit, we have poor areas and we have rich areas. It's just that some countries have too much poor areas than the rich area. Yeah, good night. Yeah, I'm here. Estou bem, como você está também? Espero que você também está ótimo. Tem um link lá para vocês que quer estar parte da conversação, pode clicar o link para ter chance para estar aqui comigo. Yeah, so guys, like I was saying, if you want to be part of the conversation and you are also living here in Brazil, you want to share something with us, you can click the link and then join the conversation so that I can simply ask you questions too as well. What's your experiences? Here, of course, there are poor people here. Okay, here in Brazil, there are poor people here, and also there are communities which are very, very poor too here in Brazil. Okay, but the thing is that I'm using a free software, so the software goes off and on, which is the camera software. The camera software. All right, so yes, Ethan, sim, posso falar em português. Só que não sei, pessoas que estão assistindo, se eles me entendem também, né? Esse que é o questão, porque a maioria das pessoas que assisto são pessoas que não falam português, né? All right, so Brazil, okay? Brazil is not a poor country. Brazil is not a poor country. Why? Because they have a lot of things in place for for people who really want to be successful. For people, abraço também, David. uh, for people who really want to be rich, like successful, get a life and stuff like that. Tá bom, tranquilo. Se cuida, tá, David? Um, okay. So here in Brazil, they have a lot of system which can simply give you the chance to do what, to flourish, to become a better person, and also to, like there is a freedom here. Okay, even though there are poor people, they have poor areas too as well. But the poor areas they don't have too much poor areas. You understand? And talking about if the country is poor or is rich, all depend on you to as a what? As a person. No, não sei falar mandarim. É coisa chinesa. Não sei falar chinês. Mas eu vou aprender também. Alright, so the question about if Brazil is poor or not. Brazil is not a poor country, okay? Brazil is actually a country where a whole lot of people don't really know much about it. Because the only thing majority of a lot of people know about Brazil is the football, the favelas, the carnivals too as well. But here in Brazil, we have a lot of things going on. Okay, like if you want to work and save some money to do something, you can do it. Even if you are making a minimum wage, because just imagine a minimum wage here is like 400 or $300. And when you are making that kind of money here, you can survive with that money. You can do a lot with the money. You understand? Like, not really a lot, but because uh, there are standards, okay? The living standard all depends on you as an individual, because there are people who want to live the rich lifestyle. There are people who always want to feel comfortable. Okay, you can feel comfortable, okay, when you are living here. You can feel very comfortable. But the question about living here, yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can't hear you. I cannot
Oh,
hear
you
you.
can hear me?
See if
Oh,
the
okay.
problem
Just
on my
let
side.
let me
I
let
can
me go out and come back. 1 second.
I don't know. I cannot hear you. Okay, okay. Now let me see if yeah, okay. Now it's okay. Yeah, Mike C.
Hey, hey, what's up? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly, perfectly.
Hey, what's going on, man? How's everything?
Man, everything is smooth. Like let me just say smooth. It's just that these days I've been a little bit busy here and there, so I don't get a chance to vlog like I used to. but but everything is just fine. What about your side? How is it like over there? How is life?
Hold on one second. I'm hearing the echo on my end.
Oh, okay. Hi, yeah. So a whole lot of people do ask this question. Like, is Brazil a poor country? So what I can simply say is Brazil is actually not a poor country. Okay, Brazil is a country which you can simply, like get something productive out of because they have a lot of system in place for everybody, not only the citizens but people who actually live here. And one of the things that I like about Brazil is, how the way if maybe you are working and end of at the end of the month, uh, before you get your salary, the government takes something out of your salary. So I like that side a lot. Like I like, yes, Mr. Hassan.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, Mr. Hassan. Yes, I
That's
understand you have a
fantastic.
lot of questions. Yes, it is fantastic. Yes.
What's up,
Yes.
Supreme Leader? How you doing, man? It's been a long time, man.
Yes, yes, because of my
Yeah, we
family, most
just
of the
log
time I
in,
don't, yes, I don't normally come online
just
in the
right
night
away
because
log in, and then maybe I'm at work, or maybe I'm sleeping, and then I say, "Oh, Supreme Leader, he doesn't know, like, get you ahead." So
yes, the internet, I don't know if it is your side, but the call is breaking. When you are talking, it breaks.
oh, oh, okay. What I
Yes,
was saying, like, sometimes when I come in,
yeah.
like, someone's here. What's up, man? One
Yeah,
second.
yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I said like was on at the chat. I was sleeping. Maybe I was at work. I didn't see you. I said like, "Oh, Supreme Leader, like I wish if I would have knew long time ago, so I can plan."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I normally like to come on online, unexpectedly. Like the reason is because uh, my time, my time, I have a very crazy time. Like my time is some kind of way, and also in the night like this, because I'm with the family. Sometimes uh, I don't want to wake my baby up, you know. But now I can come online because I have a studio in my house and I'm still preparing the studio. So when I'm online in the night, they will be here, and my studio is at the other
yes,
side of house. So I'm away from them. They
yes,
will not even hear if I'm playing music in my studio. So most
yes.
definitely, very soon I will be. I'm cooking, so I can smell the rice. Hold on a second, but I can still be talking because
Uh,
I have a Bluetooth microphone on, so I can still be talking. I'm cooking some rice.
Supreme Leader, I have a quick question.
Yes, I'm here. You can always ask me a question.
Yeah,
Ugh.
my question is: you always hard on the sisters because you have some negative experience for some reason, but I'm okay with it. So my question is, like, you have been Brazilian, you have a wife, you have kids, all that good stuff. I get, you're happy. I'm happy too. So my question is like, you have to sacrifice some of your needs, like your culture, your all that stuff. What's the most of difficult stuff? I've seen a dog was licking you. I've maybe alcohol at home. Like what? Be you sometimes and you let it go, man. Come on, man. You have to talk about the other side because it's not always roses, and you know what I mean. In heaven, there must be some difficulties. You. I know you sacrifice a lot. But what do you sacrifice? You know what I mean. We have to talk about, and you have to make a video. Like some people are conservative, some people are normal. You know, you can live your life as much I'm not judging, but I
Hello.
see your video. You
Can you
have
hear me, guys?
a lot of sacrifices.
Yes, we can hear
Sacrifice.
you.
I need you to talk about that, and I'm listening. Okay,
My man
I'll
Hassan
go
has
back
got a
to work,
bad
but I'm
echo.
still listening. Okay.
No problem, no problem. I want you to write what you just said completely because the line was going off and on. So I want you to write it completely, and then I'll give you a complete answer on your question. Okay, Feliciano, we can hear
Hello,
you correctly.
vanraba. Can you
Yes,
hear
I'm
me?
here. Yes, I can perfectly hear you.
Excellent. I think I need to cut the YouTube. Okay, excellent. So, to be honest, I've not actually looked at the topic for today, but
Oh, okay.
I hope I won't be too off topic. So, first of all,
No,
it's
it's okay. It's
okay.
okay. You have to just, come out with whatever you think you want to
Gotcha,
say, questions and stuff like that.
gotcha. Okay, so for me, first of all, it's an honor to speak to you. I've
Ah, thank you
followed
so much.
your YouTube videos. I see that in your attitude, there's a lot of resilience, belief, inspiration, positiveness. And that's what we need, especially in the lockdown where I am in Europe located, where everything looks quite miserable. And just the simple fact that you take your camera, you show us around, you give us the truth about your experience. We see that it comes from your heart, and that is actually having a positive ripple effect. So first of all, many thanks for what you're doing. Okay.
Thank you so
Now
much, Mr. Feliciano. The name is Feliciano, right?
it's
It
it-
sounds
it's
like a Brazilian name.
you know why it's actually not my name is Felix, but I want it to be Feliciano, and that's basically this the reason, like basically the second thing I want to talk about, because uh, at some point I really want to visit Brazil, right? um, I see that there's a lot of opportunities. I've done my research in terms of business. I see that people are very collaborative, they're open-minded, and it'd be lovely to meet you at some point. So I see myself at some point, probably meeting up with obviously some nice Brazilian ladies that are feminine, that know their role, that had no second thoughts about like who does what in terms of like the family. So yeah, thumbs up, and hopefully we'll meet each other. But yeah, that's basically what it was about.
Okay, so about the ladies, I have a lot of female friends, and apart from that, most of the ladies too, I don't really know them. Like I don't personally know them.
Sure,
Most
sure,
of these ladies, yeah, I do. Maybe, for example, if I'm at a park and I see a lady sitting down, I'm that kind of person. I can just walk direct to the person and then start talking to the person, and the next minute I can just like ask the person if the person can simply uh, 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 make some video with me. I have some
sure.
curiosities about Brazil and stuff like that. But I know a whole lot of people do, like find it very strange the way when I'm doing my videos, I hold them and like act around them and stuff
Really
like
laid
that.
back. You know what cracks me up when you go, especially in your older videos, you go to any
Yeah.
strangers and you tell them that they're from Ghana. That cracks me up. That kills me, man.
Yeah,
They look so
you know,
confused.
I like to create what do you call it? A communication environment,
Sure, sure.
ambient. Okay, so what I do is, when I look at you, I say you are from Ghana. You are not from Ghana. You look Chinese. I say you are from Ghana. It's going to bring up a whole lot of conversation and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I like to simply, use some strategies to bring people in, to let them. produce what they have in mind, because there are a whole lot of people today. They are very, very, like, let me just say, they don't have people to talk to, especially
Sure.
here in Brasilia.
Right.
Brasilia specifically, there are a whole lot of people who live in apartments and they don't even know their neighbors.
Right.
Trust me, there are people who live in the same community, they don't even know each other. So
Wow.
if you become the kind of person who is a talkative, and you like people, you like to, like, you are curious about knowing a whole lot of things, you get, like, you easily get these people to get close to you, and
Mm-hmm.
like, want to be around you and stuff like that, because
Mm-hmm.
most of these ladies, you see me with them, I don't really know them, like,
Sure. Sure.
most of them, I sometimes I meet them in town and I take their numbers, and later on
Wow.
we just organize and then come to the park, and then we have a whole lot of fun. And lucky for me, I have a very supportive wife. My
That's
wife is very, yeah, she's very,
impressive.
very supportive, and she know the way I am before we met. She
Right.
knows
Transparency.
I'm the people's man.
Mm.
Like, you know, I don't really act like that only with the women, but even if I meet
Anybody.
male friends too, I like to, like, we interact,
Mm.
because this life, you have to be free-minded,
True.
because yes, the next minute you go back to your home, you are in your own bedroom, you are there alone. So when you come out, you have to explore.
Mm-hmm.
But the ladies out here to get to go out with most of them, you have to be the kind of person who is very free-minded. Like, you have
Free-minded.
to be,
Yeah.
yeah, free-minded. You have to, like, feel free with staffs. If you want to ask them questions, if you want to
Just
talk to them,
talk.
yes. And many of them too, like, they don't speak English, but if you start speaking English, they will try to give you their time so that like, they will understand you more and stuff like that. you know
Mm.
yeah, but I know it looks very strange at times
It
when I
cracks me up.
am.
It's very funny. It's
Yeah.
very, very funny. But yeah,
Yes, but if you come around, most definitely you will meet a lot of, like, interesting people, nice people, beautiful people too as well. But
sure.
what I will say is, don't try to draw conclusions quicker,
Mm-hmm.
because because why am I saying don't try to draw conclusions quicker? Because there are some people who, they have, let me just say it like this.
Preconceived
They are
ideas. Yeah.
out, yes, like, they are outside and they are inside doesn't doesn't they have a different outside, which is,
Mm.
they have a different facial expression, but inside them they are different people. You
Right.
understand? And when you meet those kind of person, maybe people, and they act some kind of way with, like, like, their facial expression
Expression.
looks some kind of way. Don't draw conclusion. Just take it slow, and then you, it's something like that.
Sure, sure. No, I guess
Yeah,
we all live our lives. We all hang up with things, and it doesn't mean that we are necessarily reflecting uh, our good heart from what you see outside. So it's
yeah.
yeah, it happens everywhere. No worries, no worries. But I think what you should really think about in the longer term is to help or to have people come round and actually help them settle and all that. You would be a very good intermediary, and it could be a business strategy for you. But anyway,
Yes,
um,
I was actually thinking about this,
sure,
because I do get a lot of people who are, Mike C, don't worry, I'm still here. You can keep on trying. But don't forget, if you are on to let me just say, mute your YouTube page, because sometimes if you don't
yeah,
mute the YouTube page, it echoes. Sorry, I was talking to one of my viewer. He says, I'm trying to come in the studio, bro, but I'm getting out of echoes on my end. I'm trying to fix it. He's trying to fix it. All right. So yes, what I was yeah. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to invest into uh real estate. Real estate,
Hmm.
like get houses, to welcome people if people who want to come here for visit and stuff like that, and also settle too as well. So
Mm.
I'm trying to see if I can get a whole building, like a whole building which is going to be mine, like a whole building which is going to be mine, so that I can,
Wonderful.
yes, like, so I'm in a process to do that, buy the place and then put up a very high store building with a lot of
Wow.
apartments, so that I can welcome, because I do get a lot of, like
Sure.
a lot of messages from most of my viewers who simply want to come to Brazil and then
Well,
settle and also do businesses and also get to
Chale
know
Yebeba.
Brazil.
Mm.
Yes, you
Wow.
have to. You have to. You you spoke you spoke tree.
Small, small.
So how did you learn your tree?
Oh well, it's because it's a long story, but my parents were born in Ghana, but I was born
Oh,
in
okay.
Europe, right? And
Oh, okay. Interesting.
and yeah, that's they never really taught me, but I know small, small
Yeah,
from what I
you have to push more. You have to
sure.
push more.
All right,
Because
superb.
me myself, I'm from Ghana, but my tree is not that clear. But I speak tree, but it's not that clear. But I understand 100%. But my tree is a
Excellent.
very horrible one. If I'm speaking with somebody who know how to speak tree, the person is going to laugh at me. Although I speak a whole lot of languages. I speak about 14 languages or something.
That's
There are
mad.
some languages that I can't even remember that I speak them. But if I meet somebody, I can start speaking the language. Yes. So
Excellent. All right,
I'm
thank you.
planning on what you just told me. I will get it in place, and then we can like get to know more about Brazil, and I will help you guys to like to know uh, things to do and things not to do. I'm even planning to
Right.
start a Portuguese class with you guys. Like in a week, I will
Wow.
teach you guys once in a week, so that we can start speaking Portuguese on the
Sure,
channel,
sure.
guys.
Okay, I'll let Mike speak, yeah, but my last question is the following. So when do you
Yeah.
think you'd be ready to
To
to potentially welcome?
Yes, I think it's going to be give me in about 2 to 3 months, because I
Wow,
bet-
that's good.
I just bought a new house, so now I'm looking forward to buy a land. Now I just want to buy the land and then put a very high store building on it. I know it's going to
Right.
take time, but I'll start it. But I still have an apartment too in town where I can simply receive tourists too as well. But I'm thinking about it if I really want to start with that apartment, because that apartment is just a simple apartment studio. It's not
Right.
a big place, yeah. But
That's
I'm
good.
working on it. I'm working on it.
Superb. All right. Okay, great. Well, we're all looking forward. We're all looking forward, I'm sure.
Yes, thank you so much,
All right.
Mr.
Have
Feliciano.
yeah, have a lovely night, yeah? Take care, guys.
Yes, you
Bye-bye.
too. Thank you so much. Yes, Mike C. Mike C, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Yes.
100%.
Good, good. Sorry
100%.
about that earlier. I was having a little bit of audio difficulties, but I fixed it.
Yes, I
Uh,
realize that.
yeah. Just want to start off saying congrats on the new house, man. Congratulations.
Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about the house. So most of the time I like to come here because I'm so excited because
Good, you
because I
should
want to
be.
do more.
Good. Good, 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 good. That's your
Yes.
studio you're in now. That's your studio and you're in
No,
right now.
the studio, let me show you the studio.
Oh,
Here
okay.
is actually my bedroom because
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to fix. Let me turn the camera. I'm using
Oh,
a
okay.
wireless camera, so most definitely. You see, this is the studio.
Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. Got you.
Yes,
Nice. Nice.
it's
Nice.
away
Nice.
from it's away from the what do you call it? From where we actually because I'm going to change a whole lot of things here. My bed,
Okay.
I'm going to change it because I need a very big bed, and I'm going to give this particular area a wallpaper and stuff. You can see I'm still working on it,
Right, right, right,
you
right.
know.
Good,
And
good.
so my studio is actually away from my what do you call it?
Your bedroom.
From from my bedroom. This is my
Oh, okay.
kitchen here.
Nice. I like the
Yes.
refrigerator, stainless steel. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. So I'm actually, doing it little by little, so
Hmm.
that so that my family can move in here. Let me see. This is the hall,
Okay, nice, nice,
and
nice.
this is my kids' room.
Okay, nice. Now
Yes.
your daughter and your newborn, they're gonna share the same room, or you don't know yet, or
Oh, no. I think for the time being, the newborn is going to be with me
oh,
in
okay,
our
cool.
in our bedroom, and my little girl is going to be in a room.
Oh,
But
okay,
I'm
cool,
going to
cool,
open up, and this is my
cool.
garage here. Let me
Okay,
switch on the light. This is my garage,
nice.
and my car is stationed out there.
Okay, nice, 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 man. Congrats, congrats,
Yes.
man. You're doing it
So
up, man.
yes, little by little,
Hmm.
I'm trying to, get things done small, small.
Hmm. Right,
Yes. So it is, small, small, little by little, we'll get there.
right. You'll get there. Right. Take your time and
Yes,
do it. You
little,
know, so you do it properly.
yes, little by
Hmm.
little, we'll get there. So
Hmm.
how is life over there?
Good man. Actually, I just came back from Brazil last week. I spent 10 days in Brazil. I spent 3 days in Sao Paulo. You know,
Oh, fantastic.
yeah, you know where Alphaville is, Barure, Alphaville.
Yeah, I have been to Sao Paulo many times, but the places that I've been to Sao Paulo is Congonhas
Oh, okay.
and yeah, and Sao Paulo itself,
Oh,
close to the
okay.
airport. Yeah,
Okay. Close to
yeah.
the city center. Okay. I stayed in Alphaville for about 3 days.
Man, Sao
Yep.
Paulo is a fantastic
Yeah,
place.
it's huge. It's huge.
Very
Alphaville,
huge.
it's huge, and it's a metropolis. And what I wanted to say is like I've seen neighborhoods like where I stayed in Alphaville. It's like west of Sao Paulo, and
Yes.
I've seen neighborhoods that are rival Beverly Hills. I mean, that rival Beverly Hills and Los Angeles. I mean, I've seen mansions,
Yeah,
luxury condominiums, luxury apartments. I mean, the place I stayed in, the area I stayed in was real nice. So when people want to know if Brazil is poor or unsafe, I'm saying Brazil's a developing country.
yeah. Myself,
Mhm.
when before I came to Brazil, it was like I was thinking like, oh, what country is that? Like because the kind of things we see on TV, they show us the favelas, like
Mhm.
the poor people and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I was like, which country is this? Okay, so my first impression when I got to before we landed, in the skies, I was like, are we really in Brazil? Because the place looked so much like like some part of New York City. I've
Right.
never been to New York though, because I have been to, let me see, the whole of Europe. I've been to almost the whole of Europe,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah. So I was looking at the whole thing like, really? So is that the Brazil people? Like people don't show us the real Brazil. They only show us the favelas, the poor
Mhm.
people, the
The rainforest.
yes, the rainforest and stuff like that. But when you come to Brazil, it's
Mhm.
actually a different thing. Like
Exactly.
you get to see the real Brazil.
Mhm.
They only show you like 5% of Brazil. But when you come to Brazil, then you get to know that no, there is more to it. So my first impression when I got to Sao Paulo, I was like, man, I'm in New York City, man.
Mhm.
I was like, man, I was telling myself I'm in New York City,
Mhm.
so I'm not going to relocate to anywhere else again because I've been to a whole lot of countries in Europe. There are
Okay.
countries I've been to: Slovakia, Slovenia, Romania, um, I've been to France, I've been to Italy, I've been to Germany, I've been to Finland, I've been to
Okay.
Denmark. I've been to a whole lot of places, United Kingdom, Ireland. But when I got to Brazil, I was like, man, I want to live here because they have a lot of beautiful people. I
Right.
like to
They do.
see
Yes.
beautiful
Yes.
people.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You see people like yourself. You see
Mhm.
people like you see a whole lot of interesting things. So that
Exactly.
was why I said no. I'm going to stay in Brazil and
Hmm.
start my life in Brazil.
You made the right choice.
Yes,
You made
man.
the right choice.
Man, I love Brazil. I love Brazil
Hmm.
because my life back there in Africa. Look, let me just tell you this. I know a whole lot of people, when I talk about Africa, a whole lot of people be like, oh, okay, hold on a second. I, he asked me a question. Let me see. Let me see. He asked me some question, but I want him to write it down.
Okay.
Hassan, I want you to write the question that you asked me because when you were talking, the line was breaking up. So I want you to write the question for me. I know you are at work and you are watching us right now, but I want you to write the question down completely so that I can answer you to your satisfaction. Yes, Mike C. Sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, so what is your impression? Like your impression about Brazil. Tell us.
I
Share,
think
share with us.
Brazil is a very beautiful country. It has beautiful scenery, beautiful people, beautiful
Yeah.
beaches. Um, People are very friendly. That's just one thing I've noticed. People are very helpful. Anytime I ask questions, they were very helpful. I didn't really experience any rudeness or anything of that sort. Um, it's more developed than I thought. Brazil is very developed.
Very, very
Very
developed,
developed. It's very developed. As a matter of
because
fact, go ahead.
yeah, because if you go to some places like for example, you come to Brasilia, for example,
Hmm.
you'll be shocked if you go to some places like Teresina, you'll be shocked,
Hmm.
because you are going to see what you don't even expect. The the,
Exactly.
the, the transportation system, like the system itself, like
Hmm.
you will realize that you have been told so much lies.
A
Like for
lot is right.
example,
Hmm.
a whole lot of people, like I was talking about, a whole lot of YouTubers selling the sweeter part of Africa, but when you get to Africa, it's a different look. It's completely a different story. Like
I believe it.
so. Me, I was like, if you want to sell Africa, fine. You can sell
Hmm.
Africa in a positive way, but
Hmm.
at least be real a little bit, because it's a shame. Like it is
Hmm.
actually a shame. Don't worry, my camera will come back again.
Okay, no problem.
I'm using a free software. There is
Oh,
a free software where you can simply use your cell phone as a webcam.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm using a free version of it. So sometimes it goes off and then come back again. So, I do like to ask this question, like, if you want to sell Africa in a positive way, fine. But let people know the real things. Because the people who want to go to Africa are black people like us.
Exactly.
You understand? So why would you lie to your own? If you are lying to your own black people, how is it
Hmm.
going to be like with other people?
Exactly.
Because these people want to invest into Africa. These
Hmm.
people want to settle in Africa. So if you are selling only the sweeter part, and when the person get there, the person sees something completely out of you understand what I'm saying? Like
I
they show you nice beaches, nice hotels and stuff like that. But when you get there, you are going to see like something really out of the
exactly.
context.
I
Like
hear what you're
potholes on the road. People are suffering. People don't even get a basic, common basic necessity to. Oh, come on, man! But like for example, people show negative side of Brazil. But when you came to Brazil, what did you see yourself?
I've
You
seen the
see,
complete opposite. The complete opposite. I mean, I'm sure I've seen some bad areas. I went to Rio for 8 days, and I've seen some
yeah,
bad areas in the North Zone. That's
yeah,
but that's like 30 minutes away from Copacabana. That's 30 minutes away from the tours. There's nowhere close. Yeah, nowhere.
You know, when I was in Rio, you know, Rio has it all. You know, like Rio
Oh yeah,
has it all.
yeah. Mhm.
You know, when you go to Zona North, you see things that you don't want to see.
Yeah, exactly, right.
You know, like I was like, so people have a whole lot of a negative impression about Brazil.
Mhm.
But when you come to Brazil yourself, then you find out that no,
It's
you know,
not
people,
like that.
yeah, it's not like that. You know, like
Right.
for example, when you go to Rio, if you have been to Portugal, Rio is just like Portugal. Like, you know, like
Oh, okay. Mhm.
yes, I don't know if you have ever been to Portugal, but
No, never been to Europe.
you've never been to Europe. Okay,
No.
okay. You have to try, and I will personally recommend Portugal for you.
Portugal.
You know,
Okay.
yes, Portugal is just it's fantastic. You know,
Okay.
it
I'll
is,
put that on
yeah,
the list.
you have to try and then visit Portugal, and things are
Mhm.
very very cheap
Okay.
also in Portugal too as well. And when you go to Portugal, don't only visit what do you call it, Lisbon. Okay, don't
Okay.
only try and then go to some places like Porto, and you know, like some places like that.
Okay.
So it's really good. You came to Brazil, and then you find out yourself about Brazil.
It's not. Yeah. It's not. I mean, the North Zone. Okay. Yeah, it's bad, but that's 30 minutes away from Copacabana and the tourist areas. It's nowhere close. And the way people try to make Rio out like it's shootouts on the beach, you're gonna get shot on the beach and stabbed, stabbed on Avenue Atlantica and kidnapped in Copacabana. It's nothing like. I felt completely safe. I felt very safe.
Yeah, when you talk about these kind of things, people be
Right.
like, you are not showing the favela. But when you go to Rio, you automatically see all these areas. And when
Right.
you are even walking in these areas, you feel safe.
Right.
Like you totally feel safe.
Right.
Because, and when I was, let me just open up a little bit about how people feel. So when I was in Rio, I was in zona north. Okay, my wife's family, they have a very nice house in zona north. I
Okay.
don't know if you have watched my visit when I went to
Yeah,
Rio.
I remember that. I remember that house. Yeah,
Yes,
I remember that video.
they have a fantastic community. And
Mhm.
they were telling me that no, the area is like this, it's like that. And I was walking through the area,
Mhm.
filming in the area,
Right.
and people were very nice. Like,
Mhm.
like I was just shocked. Like people keep on saying, no, you cannot walk in Zona North with
Ex-
your cell phone recording.
Mhm.
And I was doing all of that.
Right. Right. Right.
Yes, I was even talking to people on the street, people who were sleeping on the street, like
Mhm.
people who didn't have their own place. They were, those people. I was
Mhm.
talking to them. We were laughing about things, and they were, like, man, my impression about Brazil, it still shocks me, man. It
Mhm.
still shocks me because the way people talk, man, you just have to share your experience with people. Let them know. What did
Exactly.
you see? How was it like? How was the feeling like? Do you feel like you'll be coming back to Brazil someday
Oh
again?
yeah, I'm coming back. I'm coming back as soon as they lift these restrictions. Because my only negative experience was taking
Yeah.
taking the PCR test in the airport to come back to America, shoving the stick up my nose and shit, shoving the stick up my nose and the stick
They
in my
put
mouth.
it inside. Man, I hate it.
That was
Yo,
my only
man.
negative experience.
Yeah, so you remind me, when I went to hospital, I was
Uh,
not feeling well. I had what do you call it, pneumonia. So
okay.
I went to hospital, and they were like, "No, it's going to be COVID. So let's do this test."
Oh
I
boy.
was like, "Okay, how's the test like? Are you going to just pull a small of my blood or something?" They said no. They are going to actually put a stick in my nose. I was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, really? You are going to put something in my nose? They say yes, they are going to put it in my nose. I was like, okay, let me see how it's really it's really bad.
It's
It's
the
really bad.
worst. Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst
I
thing.
coughed up blood. I actually coughed up blood. Yeah, it's the worst, man. That was my only negative experience. I'm ready to come back to Brazil this year, but they got to drop this whole PCR test requirement stuff to travel to Brazil and to come back to America. You know,
Yes, you have to try and visit Brasilia too as well.
Brazil. Okay, I'll
Yeah,
come to
you
Brazil
have
and
to
check
try.
you
You
out.
have to
Yeah.
try. Yeah, you have to
Okay.
come and then check me out. I know you have seen some videos that I did with some viewers from the United States, and you know you have to try. You have to try and then come here.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
my wife is sending me some messages. She wants to go to sleep. I left them. Yes, I left them over there, and then I came here because I
Right.
wanted
Right.
to do a live video today with you guys.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. So if you still have some questions, you can still put up your questions, and if you want to share some experiences, let me just keep quiet and then give you the chance for you to also share your experiences too as well. Yes.
Yeah, but I had a very good time in Brazil. It's probably the best vacation I had in my life. I mean, went to Sao Paulo, went to Rio, even though I didn't stay long in Sao Paulo because there was a lot of restrictions, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of the restaurants and stores in the malls were closed or fechado, you know, as they say.
Mhm.
But Rio I had a good time. The beaches were open up until like my last 2 days there. The restaurants were open. I mean, everything is wide open in Rio. You know, everybody. I mean, people were wearing their masks,
What
but
about the women? What about the women? Tell
oh,
us a
they're
little
beautiful.
bit.
Knockouts, knockouts, knockouts. I
Did
mean,
you meet some
oh yeah, oh
did
yeah, oh
you
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, of all shapes and colors. I mean, I told people I saw there's white women down there shaped like Nicki Minaj. I swear to God.
man, I told them that look, when you come to Brazil,
Hmm.
you are going to have it all.
All
You're
shades.
going to see,
Hmm.
the white women with the real
Big
shape,
butts,
like
huge butt. Yeah. Hmm.
big butts,
Hmm.
huge, like man, Brazil is fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm telling
Oh
you,
yeah.
man. You
All shades,
people don't
colors.
know. Man, people don't really know, man. So
They
did
just
you
have to
enjoy
come.
yourself?
Yeah, they just have to come and experience it for themselves. I think my only regret is not coming earlier in my life. You know, just coming earlier,
Yes.
maybe like 6, 7 years ago. That's my only regret.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's me too. I
Mhm.
that's my only regret that I didn't come to Brazil in time. But anyway, we are still enjoying it because I won't exchange my Brazil for any other place at all.
Oh,
Like
exactly. I hear you.
yes, and it's just fantastic. I'm really happy you had a very wonderful experience out here in Brazil, and also you are planning to come back again.
Yeah, I'm coming back this
You
year.
have to, yeah, you have to try and then come to Brasilia.
Yeah, I'll come to Brasilia. I'll
Yeah,
definitely
you
come.
have to come to Brasilia so that we
Hey,
can, we can vlog together.
definitely, definitely. And one question: your boy, he has a restaurant there, right? An African restaurant. It's still
Yeah,
open.
yeah, yeah, it's still open.
Okay.
Even now the restaurants are operating out here.
Okay.
Did you watch my yesterday vlog? I vlogged in a restaurant. Yeah,
No, I
like
think I missed that one. I'll watch it later. Yeah.
yeah, the restaurants are operating. People are going to the restaurant, with tranquility.
Okay.
Everything is going on well out here in
Hmm.
Brasilia. I
Hmm.
don't really know about I don't really know about São Paulo, but
Hmm.
here in Brasilia, things are going on well out here. People are enjoying themselves,
Okay. Okay.
going to not parties, but restaurants are
Restaurant.
open. Like
Okay.
yes, man,
That's
you have to come back again. You have to
that's
come back
definitely.
again.
And one thing I've noticed about Brazilians, they're very social. They
Very, very social.
when they're at a dinner table or a lunch table, whatever, they're just eating
Yeah.
dinner or hanging out and drinking. No one's on their cell phones. That's what I saw in Rio. No one's on their cell phones.
They don't, you like when they are together, everybody,
Yeah,
they don't even pay attention to their cell phones anymore. They
exactly.
like,
Yep.
you see them chatting, shouting, playing music,
Exactly.
And I just love that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
me
not like
too.
Yes, it's not like in some countries where you know people simply like they are, even when they are together, you see people on their cell phones and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Here people are very very social. Like
Exactly.
people are
Exactly.
super super social, and I'm just happy you have seen it yourself.
I've
So
seen
that
it
when I'm
myself.
doing some videos, yeah, when I'm doing videos, people be like, the supreme leader, you are not you are not talking about the negative side of Brazil. And stuff." Then I'll be like,
The racism, the
yeah,
racism.
people want you to talk about things that you don't even have experience of.
Right.
I,
Hmm.
I, I didn't, my 10 years in Brazil, okay,
Hmm.
I haven't come across any hard time like people discriminating against me, like because of my color, people. No, I haven't seen that. I see
Hmm.
people who are ignorant, yes, but
Yeah.
it's their lifestyle.
Right.
Yes, it's their lifestyle. Like sometimes people are just ignorant sometimes, but it's their lifestyle. So
Exactly.
me, I don't blame those people if they choose to be that kind of people. I don't blame them.
Exactly.
Let me see. Some people, somebody is writing something. He says we are very social, but it's annoying sometimes. Too much uh, bureaucracies and cultural blah 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 to solve simple things. Yes, Leo, you are right. You are right. Bureaucracy is one of the Brazilian problem. But uh, I think with time, the bureaucraciness of this country will change. The people, new things are coming in. So most definitely, bureaucracy is just normal thing out here in Brazil. I think it's annoying, but what can we do? Because if you compare the system, yes, if you compare the system with the system in Africa, for example, you even thank God that you have this kind of bureaucracy. Because even to buy a land, a common land in Africa, like some place in Ghana, is a big issue. On a serious note, they say, don't you think things are too hard to solve here? Things are not really too hard. It's the kind of system you have. Okay, let me use my naturalization, for instance, here in Brazil. When I wanted to naturalize, it took me about, let me just say, 6 months to naturalize. I remember people that I met here who wanted to naturalize. It took them like 2 years. So I think even though there is bureaucracy in this country, sometimes if you have the right documents and the right papers, you are going to be able to solve your problems. You understand? Even though there are bureaucracy here in too much bureaucracy here in Brazil, he says no COVID shots for COVID even for 60. Okay, here in Brasilia they have the vaccines for older people, and they are serving the older people first. But anyway, me, I don't trust in the vaccine. Mike, see, what do you think about the corona vaccine?
Well, I won't be taking any anytime soon, honestly.
I think I prefer waiting.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too. I
yeah,
prefer waiting. Matter of fact, I saw a special on the news that Canada, they're
yeah,
gonna stop giving the AstraZeneca vaccine because people are getting blood clots and all sorts of stuff up in Canada. So they're gonna cancel
really,
the AstraZeneca vaccine because people are getting blood
man,
clots. Yeah, so
man,
I
this
think
is
I can.
crazy,
Yeah, I can wait. I'm not in no rush.
man.
Unless,
I want to wait. I want to wait for 3 years.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
I
I
want to
hear you.
see how. I want to see the vaccine reaction.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
vaccine is going to react towards the people first,
Exactly.
because it is just crazy to go for a vaccine that has no guarantee. People are very excited about the vaccine out here in Brazil. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally know a whole lot of people who went for it. You know, somebody is saying something. You
I
say,
hear you.
see, guys, I have American friends with 30. getting shot already. So, are you going to allow your family to go for the vaccine, Maxine?
Well, I'm single, so I don't have kids and a wife, so I
Oh,
don't have
okay.
any of that. But my mom and dad, they already got it. My mom's a nurse, so she already got it.
Really?
Yeah, she had to get it. She's a nurse, so she had no choice. It's kind of mandatory, but I'm in no rush. I mean, I mean,
You didn't tell her not to go for it.
yeah. Unless it becomes mandatory to travel, I'll get it. But that's about it. I don't trust it, so
Man, I
unless
don't
it
trust
becomes
the vaccine.
mandatory, yeah.
I don't trust the vaccine at all. At all. Cause like when people talk about the vaccine, they are going for the vaccine and stuff like that. I'd be like, really, you want to go for this vaccine? Are you
Mm-hmm.
not scared? Don't you know if man, I do really get scared a lot. You know.
Yeah, I hear you. I
Yes,
hear you, man. I hear you.
yes, I really